Steve, does one of the best receivers in all of football, maybe the best receiver in all of football, have a valid point to be absolutely livid with the way this season has gone? What would you do if you were Justin Jefferson? What would you do, Steve, if you had over 1,500 yards a season ago with Sam Darnold? What would you do if you had over 100 catches last year with Sam Darnold? You had 10 touchdowns, and now you got 2 tutties. You're averaging 66 yards a game. You are wide open, but you are not getting the football.
He's not getting the football. Quarterback was out there parking cars 2 weeks ago, or he was a principal, taking a course or a class, and it's really tough. I think Justin Jefferson has done a remarkable job.
Outstanding.
Of holding his composure, not throwing anyone under the bus. You can see his frustration, right? He doesn't allow the frustration from on the field to permeate of the field, to ooze into the locker room. Now, behind closed doors, he's probably mumbling a few words under his breath, and he should. Did you watch the game last week?
I'm told it's more than that.
Did you watch the game last week? It was
you could have watched the
horrendous.
Last 5 games.
No. I just want to talk about last week.
Okay.
When my man underhand the ball to nobody. Who did he think he was going to get the ball to?
Well, Ernest Johnson, apparently.
I'm not really sure. But I think we're not getting enough credit to Justin Jefferson because he had Sam Darnold. Whether you like him or not, Sam Darnold was a much better upgrade.
They balled last year.
Right? He was a much better upgrade. And now you get JJ, he's a decent quarterback. But he just sees it a tick and a half too late. It takes him a while to see it because he's a rookie. Yes, he's in his second year, but it's his first year of playing football.
Did you say he's a decent quarterback? This is historically one of the worst quarterback seasons we've ever seen. The way J.J. McCarthy is playing. I mean,
he's young though. So
he certainly is. He certainly is. There's a lot that goes into this. Now I know Kevin's upset, and he's very upset with the way this has gone. And I wanted to spin this into Justin Jefferson because that's who we wanted to. We started out talking about. Again, we commend him for handling this the way he's handled it. It's this position that gets this diva reputation.
Yeah.
And I think this is a perfect example to describe why it has that reputation. Unlike every other position on the field, you are 100% reliant on the way the play goes for you to do your job. Yeah. Hence, he is open. He is open all the time. He is still one of the best receivers in football.
Absolutely.
and he can't do his job. How do you deal with that, Steve?
He cannot do his job. And a deep dive into that, a lot of times we get this, the wide receivers get the diva. I'm not going to say that's not the case. It is. You're sitting out wide, +4, +2, outside the numbers. You're there by yourself. A lot of positive conversations go on. A lot of negative conversations. However, the positive conversations that you are having, you got to talk yourself up because you're out there dolo. It's just you. You need the center to snap the football, and then he must go through his drops. He must go through his steps. Is it a 3-step drop, 2.5-step drop, half-step drop? Is it a 7-step drop? Is he comfortable in the play action of a young quarterback of putting his back towards the defense? Right? Do you have a good positive run game so that play action game can actually be effective? And then the quarterback has to throw the ball on time. Now, whether I'm in my right spot or not, so let's say hypothetically, I'm not in the right spot. But if the pass is uncatchable, thrown behind me, thrown over my head into the defender, or how about just the inability to just throw the football to anybody, not just to JJ, to any wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's difficult. And it gets frustrating. And why it gets frustrating is the frustration builds during the week. See, on Monday, you go and talk about what happened in the game. And the coach is going to overcoach you. He's going to criticize you. He's going to emphasize and talk about all the little nuances. Hey, you need to take that extra step or take one more revolution. Hey, I don't like that it was +4. Why are you +2 right now? And all of a sudden now you are looked at and you're going against the grain. You're not listening. You're not in tune, wide receiver. But then you don't want to address, hey, we're playing with 3 quarterbacks now and all of them aren't very good. We got one that's on IR who was pretty decent. Still, with Carson Wentz, he still does some things on his own.
He might have been the best of the bunch, honestly.
Yeah, he was. And he's injured on IR. But then throughout the whole week, then on Tuesday, you got your day off, but you get your game plan. They send it to your iPad, right? They send it to your iPad, and you go through the plays, and you look, and you start to go, oh, okay, well, we got 55, 65 plays. And, okay, 1st and 10, I got about 5 chances. Okay. I got about 2 opportunities where I get to help my teammate out, and I gotta attract. I'm honey route on this play. I got to get all the bees to get out of this area. So Jordan Addison has the ball. So all these other guys. And then, okay, that's 1st and 2nd down. Then on 3rd down, that 3rd down comes Thursday.
It's my money down. It's my money down.
That money down. Let me get some. 3rd down. It's only me. Jordan, I love you. Jordan Addison, you're a baller. You're going to be pretty good. But 3rd down is.
It's my down.
That's JJ's. That's JJ's down. JJ's getting that ball. And looking at JJ, you go, hey, I got about 10 opportunities. 10. And then the other 5 that I don't, hell, I can still get the football.
100%.
Hey, you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
It's the last man on earth, but you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. And Steve, he's got an offensive mind in Kevin O'Connell.
Yes.
Where I've talked to Justin about this in the past, that moves him around, and he knows he's going to put him in a position to be open. I'm super talented, and my offensive mind that runs this offense knows how to get me open. Let's go. I'm going to eat on 3rd down.
Mm-hmm. And so then on Friday is fringe and red zone. Mm-hmm. Now that's open for interpretation because we all know you never know what the defense is running, especially they go against Brian Flores' defense who sprinkles in so many different things. So you already know that getting your passes, getting your touches, you got to get them early, you got to get them often. Give me an opportunity to get some collect some data and understand what are these teams doing to me when they know they have to get the football to me. You have to establish that and know, because as the game goes on, teams risk more. They apply more players to that player. They start running now a cover 6, or they start to buzz to Jefferson. They start to put a linebacker on top or a safety and then have somebody go underneath because they want to have the high-low taken care of. So you need data and information for that wide receiver to be able to know how he can run this stem release, getting upfield. As he gives the hesitation or the indicator step, does he go high angle? Does he go towards the sideline? Or does he come back towards the ball? And that's how a route is designed based on the coverage. But you got to have some feelers out to be able to anticipate, hey, when I was playing my route this way, the defender did this. So now let me go ahead and switch it up because I know what he's doing now. If you don't have that opportunity to practice that, to do that in the game, then all of a sudden when you need that big play, man, it's not there. It's not available. You start to now self-doubt and you drop passes and it just becomes problematic. So I hate to say it, but Justin Jefferson is doing a remarkable job. But here's the question. Is Kevin O'Connell on the hot seat possibly?
Whoa, hey.
Now, I use Simply Safe. I got a new place and I'm sitting here and I go back and forth. I'm always somewhere, but I'm never really at home on a consistent basis. And I really love Simply Safe because there's no contracts. You can cancel at any time. But I love on the app, you can utilize and see everything that's going on. It's just not there to secure and have security for your home. It also prevents crimes from happening. They will get on the horn and try and will get those bad guys out of the way. But the biggest thing I love about Simply Safe, when you're traveling, one of the biggest things I love right here, they got a water sensor. Now, what is this water sensor? Like, Steve, what are you talking about, a water sensor? Here's what I love about the water sensor. They have this little old gadget. And this gadget, you just take it and you sit it on the floor or by the toilet or under the sink. And if a little bit of drop of water comes out, it just doesn't beep at the house. Because beeping at the house and you're not home, that doesn't work. But right now, you can get an alert. And by getting an alert, you can have somebody come in and it prevents a lot of damage. Some of the biggest issues right now in winter is pipes freezing and all of a sudden you've lost. Getting robbed is one thing, but losing everything you own and worked hard for over some water damage, that's something that you don't want to do. Simply Safe gives you that opportunity to safeguard not just your home, but safeguard your valuables from things that are not present that you're unaware of, and that's water. So Simply Safe will take care of you. Take it from me. I love Simply Safe, and Simply Safe has put my mind at ease when I'm traveling. This month only, take 50% off your new system. This is one of the best prices you will ever see for Simply Safe. Don't miss it. Hit simplysafe.com/89show. Again, that's simplysafe.com/89show and lock in your discount. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Here's what I'm asking. I love Kevin O'Connell. He's smart, super smart. I love watching him, but they've always had a few issues with this quarterback situation, and he's the quarterback whisperer. You can't keep having this because this team is too talented. This team is way too talented. And can they figure out how to get some corners that can cover on a consistent basis? Because I don't know how and why it's been so indecisive, right? And I just see that I see a talented team by the Minnesota Vikings really not living up to expectations and kind of being a letdown.
No, this is one of the stories of the season. This is a massive letdown. This is a team that had Super Bowl aspirations, spent even more money because they had a rookie quarterback contract, and they were going to put all their purple-colored eggs in the basket of J.J. McCarthy to go, we're going to put resources on the defensive line because we can't cover. Steve, that was my understanding. It was, we can't get corners. We don't have corners. What if we just got better up front and Brian Flores can get to the quarterback quicker and these guys don't have to cover very long? Or we've put more resources into the offensive line to make sure we can protect and hopefully run the football better to help our young quarterback. And this, right now, is one of the most disappointing seasons in the NFL for any team. This team was legitimately built to go on a run. I talked to somebody the other day. It was like, look at what they have, Steve. They have Justin Jefferson. They have Jordan Addison. They have Jalen Naylor. They have T.J. Hawkinson. Like, this is the Bengals. Like, they should be putting points up and down the field, and they just can't because of the quarterback play. And the quarterback was specifically picked by Kevin O'Connell. Now, KOC has gone in his time in Minnesota 13-4, 7-10. Last year, 14-3. So coming off of 14-3, they made a pitch to try to keep Sam Darnold, but obviously they couldn't give him any sort of long-term thought process because they drafted a quarterback as high as they did. So Sam goes to Seattle. They wanted Daniel Jones to stay and maybe play this year. Daniel Jones knew he had a better opportunity in Indianapolis, and he's making the most of that as well. I'm curious if they bring in somebody next season. I think they have.
They got to.
Maybe they bring Daniel Jones back. He's a free agent. I don't know if Indy's going to lock him up, but he is a free agent. Do they try to trade for Mac Jones, who has shown a little something about playing within a really well-designed offense? I know he's under contract in San Francisco, but You got to find a way as a head coach to manage, like, hey, Justin, I know you're one of the best players on the planet. We can't get you the ball. Like,
no, we can't. Not even close.
Maybe does Justin ever come and say, man, I don't see a future for myself here? Like, I'm in the prime of my career, Steve. I am in the prime of my career. And this kid can't play. I don't see him doing that. I don't see Justin doing that.
Yeah, I don't see Justin.
Honestly, it's bad enough that I feel like it's in his right to think about
it. Let me throw out just a random question.
Love random questions.
Going back in this 2024 season, looking at the quarterbacks, obviously they weren't able to move up, right? Because other teams were willing to move up. But based off where they're picking, who do you say instead of J.J. McCarthy, they go with the Bo Nix?
They could have picked, like, they picked what, 10th, right?
Yeah. 9th? Yes, 10th.
10th. They could have went with Bo Nix. Now here's the tell. I do remember during the draft period, they were looking to move up for Drake May. The Giants try to move up for Drake May. They try to move up for Drake May. So that already tells me that, JJ was not your first choice.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Normally though, every team has a contingency plan. They have to understand that, when guys can trade and all that stuff, so they can't be thrown off, but like, well, that wasn't our first choice. So it's not your first choice because you're not the first overall pick.
I know. Sean Payton always loves to talk about, I was going to pick Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. That's who I was going to. Well, yes, I just several teams.
Yeah, you was. But you never had a chance.
You never had a chance. You didn't get up high enough to do it. And so they didn't get May. They didn't get Caleb Williams. They didn't get, Jaden Daniels. Those guys are off the board. And then Penix surprisingly goes off the board at 8. And JJ was a polarizing player for a lot of teams in the quarterback hunt. Some teams did not see it. You're right, because a lot of coaches, what happens? You pick the wrong quarterback, might be lights out. His reputation might save him in this, or he saves him in year 2. But I think they need a contingency plan for guys like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison in their prime to get them the football outside of this player if he cannot play, because it has been whew. And I'm just, again, I don't know how he's done it, Steve. He didn't talk to reporters after this last game, and I completely am okay with it that Justin Jefferson was out of that locker room before they got in there.
I think it's great the way he's been able to do it. Now that does all of a sudden put a little bit of a spotlight on A.J. Brown, right, what's going on in Philly. But, I mean, at the end of the day, man, these guys work their butts off all week, and you never know what is said and told to these players and what goes on in practice, because I've been in practice and I've rolled my eyes like, yo, all this damn practice we doing and you come out here and run these weak ass plays. Like, really?
Yeah. And then, Steve, they say, oh, we got to do it again next week. And you go through the whole thing. That's what Justin's been doing every week.
Yeah.
And then he's going to put all the work in next week.
And you're doing it and you know damn well the dude you about to play with, you going, man, this look good in practice, but we know damn well this dude can't play.
Yeah, I'm curious if it even looks good in practice.
I mean, he threw a few good balls.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, kudos to Justin Jefferson for handling this situation. I think it's something we need to see moving forward and monitor for him, for Kevin O'Connell, for J.J. McCarthy, for the Vikings. What happens with Borg is they are a playoff roster, and
was a playoff roster.
Big.